Okay. So the first part of our discussion, I want to take you through what the revision package will look like come August going forward till you write. The backdrop of it all is we want you to pass exams. And after we have taken inventory of the past results, meaning the previous session results, as far as your say is concerned, I'm very humbled, of course, by the platitudes that you'll be giving your say I'm very happy, say Takapasa, etc. I'm very happy about that. But honestly, there's the downside of it all. There's a downside that majority of students, if this applies to not like Artlands students alone, but majority of students in Zim, for example, they are getting marks which are within 45 to 49 category. And clearly, such is a painful mark. And as you say, I'm saddened by that result. It doesn't really portray that you don't even know what you're doing. No. 45 to 49 mark category is a function of exam practice. It's a function of few things that we need to aggressively work on come this particular exam session so that you practice exams and you cross the 50% mark, and by the grace of God you can actually score some marks like 72, 78, 80 and stuff. So I'm not happy when some get 49%. You were in the same class, someone gets 49, someone gets 64, someone gets 45, someone gets 65, 66 of in the same class, myself being your tutor, and you joined the subject at the same time, not because some had written it before. I was processing the dichotomy, such inconsistencies. They really put your say to task. And one of the issues that we have now come up with is to have a comprehensive revision package. Here's how we went about it. We realized that what was the number one college in the world containing ACCA results delivery. And we realized that the number one college in the world is actually first intuition to administer effective systems to deliver education and to ensure that there is efficient student progression to complete this ACCA journey and accelerate intuition. We realized that first intuition is the number one learning provider of learning systems and even of ACCA courses in terms of results and course delivery in the world. So because of that, we partnered with them. Actually, they wanted to venture into Africa, and by the grace of God, they partnered with Artlands Resources. So we are in a privileged position that we partnered with number one provider of learning systems for ACCA courses in the world and with highest track record. So from now on, we are now giving you platinum content. We are no longer giving you a gold. We are now giving you platinum content, though we are still in a gold accreditation because of partnership. So we want to make the best of this particular partnership. Why is it this learning institution is delivering highest results in the world, whereas in Africa we are still in the 45, 49 mark category? You may ask. Why? What area in the syllabus is it that I don't even understand? You may ask. Where really am I getting it wrong? You may ask. The answers we have realized after thorough research that there is need for exam practice. There is no substitute to question practice. But now, the how part is an integral a portion of it all. As Artlands Resources now, because of this partnership, we are now going to give you a result-oriented, student-specific study program and revision program come this particular August. That is following this particular issue. So let me show you one. Let me show you the one which will be applicable to you. And hopefully, once I'm showing you one for this subject is SBR, we do have enough, we do have the same packages for every subject. So what is required is when Grace is encouraging you to, is asking you to enroll for revision, please do that. As you can see, what is open here is another, is the study plan, is the study program for, is the study program for, oh, sorry, what is that? Okay. What is opening here is the study program for, it was for AFM. So let me continue. So notice, all this is what is on offer, but I'm not going to share much. Let me jump straight to your subject. So this is your subject. It's yours is strategic business reporting, international variant. All this is what is on offer. But honestly, because we only have 1 month, you can't consummate everything here. I just want to jump to the document of interest. As you can see, we'll give you question banks, quite plenty of question banks here. You can see. So there is this document of interest, which is the revision phase. This is really what we are going to give you. I want to guide you until you write. Please get it from me. I want to guide you. You from now on expect to revise SBR, if not 3 times per week, if not at least 2 times per week. And if some of you don't have access to the internet or you have work pressures, I will be asking who is free for revision, so that even between 2 and 4 p.m. we can do a question paper with those who are free, and those who are not free will then have to play the recording. So this is the revision planner that we have for this month. Are you not seeing here? This is what we are going to cover for this month, from here through to the end. From here through to the end. That's what we are going to cover this month, up to here, in addition to the mocks, etc. So we are going to cover quite a lot. This is only for SBR. Remember, I told you that I'm having this small clip to cover every subject. As for you, you are in a privileged position because you are already in the class. I'm left with about 5 minutes to cover the remaining subjects. If you are doing any other, some are doing SBR and others are combination of either of 2 or maximum of 3 subjects. You can as well. This is a learning platform from First Intuition. No wonder why it's written at Artlands myfirstintuition.co.uk. This is what necessitated this marginal increase in fees for revision. If you would have noticed, I gave you the highlight for, suppose, let me give you, say, advanced performance management, just to show you what is on offer there. This clearly, if you can't join us for revision and still expect to pass, I don't know what really you are thinking, and what the source of your persuasion when you say yes, gathered all this in place for you. Notice this is for APM, and all this is from a question bank. We give you question bank, so you shall notice we have a robust study planning for you, all these questions. And I have planned to complete these questions by 31st of August. Everything here, 31st of August, through to the mock. Of course, there are mocks. I'm just showing you the revision plan from the question bank. Which questions is it that you will be doing with your say? But they are mocks at the end of every question. I mean, there are mocks that will be discussed, we will be having for this particular exam. Just to show you the mock, perhaps you can see here there's a mock at the end. There's a mock here, and this mock you'll be doing it. You'll be having this mock online. After you have finished the mock, this is an online. We assign you the mock. We mark and we give you videos. We give you videos on what is it that you went wrong, or what is it that was expected of you. And all this is already planned for you. So you can see here it's a video for that. So I'm not going to play the entire thing because this is up for the mock which is coming. So I can't really open it up to the end, but I just want you to see this is what we have penciled for your revision. Make sure you play this particular video to the end, depending on the subject you're doing, so that you really appreciate what is on offer here. Can you imagine? This doesn't require you to, when you are now in a study mode, make sure you're in a study mode. Don't get mixed up with past experiences. If you have failed the exam in the past, it's still regrettable, but it's not like something that you should stick your attention to. Don't approach the exams from a position of fear, but always be cognizant enough that it is within you to pass only if you get proper guidance, etc. So what else am I going to show you here? Let me show you the applied skills, just one paper for applied skills for you guys to join. If I can pick financial reporting, applied, remember the package is for all these applied skills. I just want to show you what is on offer during revision that we are going to get as you enroll for revision with Artlands Resources here. And this is what is being given by a college with highest ACCA passes and best course delivery in the world, First Intuition, and by the grace of God, we were blessed to partner with them. So all this is what is on offer. Suppose you are doing FR. This is for financial reporting, and as we have noticed, we have this for every other subject. So why showing you this, you may ask? I'm showing you this because I want you to appreciate that what explains 45 to 49% in ACCA exams is to a large extent the need for exam practice, and to the greatest extent the need for tutor guidance and be given feedback and exam debriefs and everything. So you can see I've shown you the mock earlier on this particular platform that there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot. Each question has got a video explaining the areas where you might have went wrong and a lot. And there's a package where you have to practice in exams until every day until 31st of August. And we have it here at Artlands. So please, you have to join. So I want you to give me feedback as to how you have appreciated this particular. So this is a small clip. I will share this. It's just a 13-minute clip. I would appreciate you if you would share it with your colleagues. For clearly, you can't benefit alone. And clearly, you need to represent your say. And the only confidence you can show in your say is that you share this. Now, another thing is, you need to understand. I shall teach you during revision. I just want to revise now. But today we are going to revise a question paper. We have already started. I shall teach you during revision. Of particular interest is the need to be able to go for easy marks. Most students, they fail to cross the 45 to 49% threshold. And not necessarily because they are deficient when it comes to technical content, but because of the anxieties in the exam, they couldn't somehow cross or get the easy marks. They couldn't figure out that this part of the question was just there for me just to cross and have a pass in this particular subject. We shall be focusing also on the need for you to get the easy marks. Another is on the need to appreciate that all questions and all sections are compulsory. Please get that part. All questions and all sections are compulsory. Remember, I won't repeat this. So what do you understand by compulsory? Compulsory does not necessarily mean must be answered. That's what we always think. To say question is compulsory and must be attempted. You know, must be attempted is a separate instruction on its own. Compulsory means must be passed. That's what compulsory means. So if we say section A and section B, normally this is how our exams are structured. Some it's section A, section C, and section B. You know, there are 3 sections like in applied skills subjects and 2 sections in strategic professional subjects. And if we say section A is compulsory and section B is compulsory, it means both sections you must score a pass mark. So you need to prepare for an exam. We don't imagine a student who answers first question and scores 45 out of 50. That's section A, 45 out of 50. And then section B, the student just scores 6 out of 50. That does not mean that such a student will have 51%. Such a student would then linger around the 48, 49 mark category. Why? The reason is both sections are compulsory, meaning you must pass or demonstrate knowledge to the examiner for you to be given this profession or this subject. So it goes like this. It goes like this. If you score 45% in section A, I mean 45 out of 50 in section A, and proceed to score 6 out of 50 in section B, it means you have failed a compulsory section, which is section B. So the failure in section B is not offset by more marks you have scored in section A. Your failure to score, because otherwise, if section B, if you were to be awarded a course having failed a compulsory section, it ceases to be compulsory, it becomes optional. Make sure you are not vague with that. Otherwise, you run a life where you are saying, where am I getting the 49, the 48? Make sure you address the compulsory. Remember, no wonder why those are called instructions at the start of the paper. They are the ones which examiners are going to rely on to make sure you have followed through on those to be given the qualification. So if the instruction expressly says both sections are compulsory, meaning for you to represent us as a CCA, demonstrate knowledge in these 2 areas. We call this section A and section B. And then you get 48 out of 50 in section A and 2 out of 50 in section B. Honestly, even if we say mark it for yourself, you can't give us 50. You can't say I have 50 out of 100, so give me the paper. Because all these attributes we were looking for in section B, we have not demonstrated any iota of knowledge in these, yet they were compulsory. So make sure you then plan on time management. Time management is the key to make sure that if section A is 50 marks, I need to spend 1,8 by 50, which is 90 minutes. Section B, 90 minutes. And acknowledge that my say told me, as I'm telling you, maybe I'm your say, acknowledge that there is a difference between passing, knowing SBR, knowing FR, knowing financial management, knowing PM, and knowing the exam for the subject. Those are 2 different things. You may be a person who knows SBR, but you don't know SBR exam. What is the distinguishing feature between the 2? A person who knows SBR enters into an exam and happens to get 48 out of 50 in section A and runs out of time. When it comes to section B, he has got 0 and he has got 3 marks. Such a person gets 49% from examiners. Then there's a student who doesn't know SBR, but fortunate enough, because the student has played this video, this student now knows SBR exam. How will this student dispose him or herself? The student who knows SBR exam, here's how such a student behaves in an exam. He or she knows that my tutor told me that all sections are compulsory, meaning I am expected to demonstrate knowledge to represent a CCA in these areas. So what is it that I must do? I must manage my time to write something to score a pass mark, because they are compulsory, on these two sections. So I must manage my time. So I'm okay even if I get 30 out of 50 in section A. It's still fine, provided I proceed and get 30 or 25 out of 50 in section B. I don't know SBR, but I am equipped for SBR exam. There are students like that. And there are students who know SBR, but they don't even know what an SBR exam is. These are students who know technical content, but they lack gravely on time management. They lack gravely on addressing what the examiner wants, especially on the compulsory aspects of the question. They also lack gravely on identifying easy marks. They spend a lot of time on workings, where theoretical stuff or discursive parts of the question exist, where you can hammer down on easy marks. And during the course month of August, I am going to transition you from a student who just knows a subject but doesn't even know the exam of that subject. It is demonstrated by over explaining concepts without managing your time well to address what is being required by examiners. So, okay, someone is bothering me with the messages. So, but the beauty is, I then expect you to benefit quite a lot from the revision and share this small video clip for your colleagues. So that would be great. Whenever you play it, make sure you share it. Shares. Make sure you share it for the benefit of your colleagues. I'm sure as for you, you are already going to benefit. So I'm stopping the recording for now to concentrate on our vision. So today we want just to tease on how SBR exams are, they look like. And I equally want to take you through the CBE exam, how SBR exam looks like on a CBE platform and how you will be answering it on that particular platform. Once we are done with that, we'll be done with today's lecture. And I will then send you what we call revision planner, the document I was showing you in the earlier when I was introducing what is on offer during this particular month of August. I will then send you that, put your house in order, and we follow that religiously to the end. We follow that religiously to the end. When I say we follow that, I will be encouraging you to go by that. It's not like you expect myself to do every question with you, but I'll be giving you what is called question debriefs on everything, meaning where you might have went wrong. This is the area where you lose marks. This is the area that the examiner is looking for. Even though the marking scheme is very long, are you as a student expected to write to the extent of the marking scheme? I'll be telling you that that's not the case, because the marking scheme is for the examiner, not for you. It is representing the broad spectrum of answers and perspectives that the students can present in a given scenario and can answer a given question. So, but you as an individual student, you can't expect your answer to cover the entire marking scheme. Remember, examiners spend months setting SBR. They spend 2 weeks, 7 days setting SBR. You only have 3 hours to answer it. So it would be naive to think that someone with something which takes 2 weeks for a team of examiners to set, you can cover the extent of the marking scheme in an exam under 3 hours. Clearly, that's not the case. the marking scheme represents a broad spectrum of perspectives that the students can have in answering this particular question. And it is the marker who is being told to minimize penalizing correct answers as evidenced by the scheme being broad. But if you are a single student, you can't represent a range of students. Your mind can't represent a range. So when you are using a marking scheme, don't panic and say, oh, my answer is not this long. Does it mean I don't know stuff? No. Through a lot of question practice, you can appreciate that, as you can judge that it appears my answer is adequately addressed within the marking scheme, though it is not to the extent of the marking scheme. But you can now tell that I have scored substantial marks from my answer, but my answer is not broad enough to the extent of the marking scheme. The reason being, you are not a broad person. You are not a person who represents everyone. You are a person who represents yourself. So you can't expect your answer to be like a range of people, yet you are the only single person. Understand that, and please share with your colleagues. So I'm stopping recording for now.